And if there is anyone who want to give an example, or because I heard that you had some examples, some people have been, and it's good to go and make researches really. So if anyone has, before I continue, yes.
There is a hadith where the Prophet mentions, he says, if a mice goes in your sandwich.
If sandwich?
In your, like, your butter.
In the butter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should take off the
mice if he's dead.
Yeah.
When they asked him about mice, which is dead, that has fallen into butter, and then it's dead. And he said, "Ulquhu wa ma hawlaha." Throw it, and what is around it. Just you have to take a scoop. What is around the minimum, and throw it away. Yeah, and then the zahir is here. Depends on the zahir is. Ibn Hazm here say the mice in the butter. So if a cat falls in anything else rather than the butter, it's fine and it's dead. Or the majority say any animal dead in any liquid. This is what you want to say.
I want to say if another creature goes inside your sandwich,
yes.
you eat it?
No, it's not sandwich, the butter.
Yeah, the butter.
Yeah. This is what happens. The majority are wrong, and Ibn Hazm is wrong. Because the hadith which is in Bukhari is not the only hadith. The hadith has been narrated by Ma'mar. This hadith is narrated by Ma'mar as well, with a different narration. He says, the Prophet said, if it's a liquid, then throw it away. If it's something that is what is not liquid, solid, you have to throw it, the mice and anything around it. So when the Prophet is asked the question, he was asked about butter and the mice. He definitely answered about the mouse, because he referred to it as it. He referred to it as it. Throw it and what's around it. But he didn't speak about the butter. He said if it's a liquid, and we have to take we don't care about the question. We care about what the Prophet saying, his words, and we have to take them generally. So it is the mice only, but it is any liquid. So if a mouse is found dead in any liquid, you have to throw it. But if a mice is found dead in a solid thing, you have to throw the mouse with anything around it. This is what the Prophet has said. As for the cat, for a pigeon, for a goat, it's fine. The Prophet didn't say it, and there is nothing that's logic. Okay, if something else if something falls in my liquid, I have to throw it away. There is nothing that this is logic or no. Actually, if you look at it now, from what we know, from the what we know now, science, that the mice carry a disease, carry disease that other animals don't carry. And so it's not a wonder that if the Prophet, Allah who knows everything, knows these things before the scientists, has spoken about the mice falling into any liquid or into any solid thing, But yeah, who said that if a cat falls into into a drink, I have to throw it away? Why? If the Prophet didn't say it, if the Prophet said it, we will have to take it. If he didn't say it, yeah, what's the problem with it? Who says that you have to do it?
Sure. Would it be wrong to do it?
What?
Would it be wrong to
Throwing your property? Throwing property?
No.
Wasting property
Haram.
because a cat has fallen in it. No, you may not like to eat it. It's your business, but you have to dispose of it without throwing it. It will be haram to waste property. So you probably you can't eat it. You can give it to someone else who can eat it. Yeah, you can even give it to animals, but it's haram to throw property just like that. And he tells you, and this is another example. This is maybe they say Rasulullah said, was asked about a rat that dies in oil. And Rasulullah said, if it is hard, if it's not liquid, then you have to throw it away with what's around it. But if it's liquid, you have to throw it all together. They say, okay, this is a rat in oil. What do you say about a cat in milk? A cat fall in milk and it died in the milk. What do you do with it?
Drink it.
Well, now for the Ibn Hazm, for example, he say no. That is the rat with the oil, nothing else. The majority say any animal with anything, milk, whatever. But I will say here actually is not. It is neither what Ibn Hazm has said, neither what they have said. Ibn Hazm didn't look at the whole hadith properly. It is the rat with anything. Because Rasulullah was asked about a rat specific. But when he gave the answer, he said if it's hard. He didn't say if the oil is hard. He said if it's hard, anything that is hard.
Okay.
You throw it, the rat, with what's around it. If it's a liquid, he said if it's a liquid. We don't look at the question, we look at the answer. The answer is general. If it's a liquid, he didn't say if the oil was a liquid. So any liquid where a rat falls and dies, you have to throw it away altogether. And if you tell me it doesn't make sense, no, it does make sense. A cat is a cat. Actually, we know now that the rat has a special disease that no animal has it.
So in the case of a cat being in the thing here,
Yeah.
just throw it away just for...
Well, if someone doesn't want to drink it,
It's up to him.
you see, I tell you something.
Yeah.
The four madhahib agree about if there is someone who is diseased, you know this disease, rash disease, leprosy. If someone has leprosy and then he spit in water, that this water is halal. It's halal to sell it to a person without even telling him.
And it's a disease that you can catch.
But we don't believe in diseases being caught. So it's not a question. You don't like it. If it's offered to you with no money, if they pay you to drink it, you will not. But still halal. So if a rat if a cat died in somewhere, well, it's still, you have to throw it away. If it's something hard, you throw it just with the
surroundings.
But if, for example,
if a cat is dead in liquid, but that liquid has not changed.
What if it has disease?
It has disease.
If the cat has disease,
Yeah.
and it dies in the water.
Yeah, what we do is you drink the water. You throw the cat out, and if you want to use it, you can use it. We don't believe that you catch diseases
Why is that?
from. Rasulullah said la adwa. Rasulullah said la adwa. There is no disease contagious. Then a man said, what about my camels they will be in the like gazelles in the sand, and one sick comes in between them, and they become sick. He said, okay, who gave the disease to the first one? The first one the first animal to get sick, the first ever to get sick. Who gave him the disease?
Okay, but let's say, for example, you see these people who have made AIDS. They made it. They made it.
Yeah.
They're not. Allah, if you can correct me if I say Allah never made it.
See, this hadith, there is no contagious things. We don't believe in that. However, Rasulullah said, لا عدوى, there is no عدوى. وفر من المجدوم فرارك من الأسد. Run from the one who has leprosy the way you run from a lion. This is hadith. You have to believe that there is no adwa, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made this reason when people sit with someone who is sick, they get sick. But we have to believe it this way, la adwa. You understand? Rasulullah said, another hadith, لا يورد ممرض على مصح. Someone who is sick shouldn't be taken to someone who is not sick. Yeah? Rasulullah said, if you have ta'un is what you get, the disease that you get from the rats.
Plague.
Yeah. If you have this disease, you are in place and there is this disease, don't go out.
Yeah.
If you are out, don't go in. Yeah. But still there is no adwa.
So how do we combine between all of these?
Yeah, there is no adwa.
Okay.
This is something that you have to do. You have to take this precaution. You have to do this. You shouldn't go out or in or go to someone who is not sick. All this, and believe that the disease that you catch is from Allah, not from the person.
Okay, what's our understanding? Why would the Prophet? Why would he tell him to stay there, don't get out?
Because you're going to spread it.
Area.
Oh, yeah. You got a point.
Why would he tell him don't get out of that area? Do not go into that area.
Because why he told him that? We are people who don't ask these questions.
Sir.
He said that you shouldn't go out, you shouldn't go in, and he said there is no adwa. And we know people, I can say this definitely, when someone sick, sit among people who are not sick, it's very likely that they get sick. But if it was this, when a city, people in a city, there is disease that starts, not everybody dies, many people die. And you will find in one house, the mother who is caring for everybody will not die. So it's not, if it was like, okay, if you...
Even a priest that used to work, the monks that used to work with the leprosy, people with leprosy, there used to be monks that worked with them, but they wouldn't get it. Even the AIDS virus, there's people that are immune.
Sometimes you find a husband and a wife that are intimate with each other. The husband will have a flu, and the wife won't catch it. He will have a sick flu, and she won't catch it.
So we have to basically increase the iman.
This is what you have to believe, that there is no... no. So how did we get to this? From we started with?
We started with a point about the plague, and then you went before that. You was talking about.
We were talking about the rat. But we have finished with that anyway.
What if someone says you take out the fly?
Yeah, we said after how are you going to drink something where a rat
back in to take
where cat
the wing.
Yeah. If it's
make Qiyas.
Sorry, the hadith of the rat.
Yeah.
I didn't catch it properly.
The person went up to the Prophet and said,
No,
I want to know.
And the person went up to the Prophet and he said, if you find a dead rat in the water, not water.
He said that I found a dead rat in oil.
Okay, the man said that to the Prophet.
Yes.
Okay, and the Prophet's answer was what?
Throw it.
No.
And whatever is around it.
Whatever's around it.
Yeah, that is if it's hard. If the thing is hard, it's not a liquid.
If what is hard, the animal or the substance?
The substance.
Yeah. Oh.
If this oil, like it was in fridge and it's hard.
Okay, like there's an ice cube.
Yeah. No.
Or some, like butter.
The butter. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's liquid.
And the Prophet said, if it's liquid, He didn't say oil.
Yeah, he said if it's liquid. The Prophet said if it was liquid, if it is liquid, so that goes for every liquid. We don't look at the man, the way he put the question. We always look at the answer of the Prophet. Because the person may ask specific question, and Rasulullah always, sometimes, most of the times will answer general, give a general answer.